And we are live. Hey, everybody. How are we doing today? How is this wonderful, wonderful Thursday going on? Um, hopefully, everybody's getting ready for this exciting holiday weekend here in the U.S. And all the exciting things going on everywhere else. Hopefully, everybody's having a great, great day. So hopefully we'll have a couple of people join us here as we go along. I know there's some commercials and stuff that appear at the beginning of these things, so I don't see those, so I'm not really exactly sure when you can join the live or when you see it, but hopefully it's soon. So welcome. So hey, today we're going to walk through a little bit of stuff. So again, I want to kind of talk a little bit about my story and how I came to be here and how this whole channel came to be. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Hey, hi, the Bud Files are here. How are you? Glad you're here. And then we'll talk a little bit about some other things that's going on with the channel. Then we're going to talk a little bit about how did August go for us and what's going on in September. We'll talk a little bit about my weight and what's going on with that again. And then kind of answer any questions, hopefully have some good chats with some of the folks as well. Answer some questions if you have any questions or anything for me about my life, about the way I eat or anything else that I might be able to help you with or just of interest. Again, if you didn't know it, this weekend on Saturday, they're actually having a $3 movie day for almost all the cinemas are participating. So here, at least here in the U.S., if you want to go to a movie on Saturday, it's $3, no matter what it is, whether it's the IMAX or whether it's the what they call the D-Box or any of the other ones. So it's a great movie day to go to the movies. We actually have plans on Saturdays, so we can't partake of that. I wish we could, because I wouldn't mind going to 2 or 3 different movies for $3 a pop. That's pretty good. But we have something else exciting planned for Saturday for my wife and I. So, so hopefully everybody's having a great day. Hopefully, like I said, my Labor Day has started. I am officially off until next week. So today was my last day of work, which was nice. So I have tomorrow off. So we're going to relax tomorrow. And I actually have Tuesday off as well. So it's going to be a 5-day weekend. So we're going to hang around. We're going to enjoy ourselves, relax, maybe hang out at the pool for a little bit. Hey, Christy, how are you? Good morning. Molly Guy and Pasco. I guess it's a day late now, right? so Molly Guy and Pasco. I know my wife always makes fun of the way I say it because I know I don't say it right. So anyway, welcome. So I'm glad everybody's here. So hey, I kind of want to just kind of reiterate a little bit about my story. I thought that would be a good way to start off. I don't know why I got some new people that are watching and subscribing and stuff like that. So Marco, how are you? Apple, how are you? So Molly Guy and Pasco, to all you folks over in the Philippines. I know like I say, I'm a day late. So anyway, hopefully you're having a good celebration. You're enjoying the holiday and stuff like that. So welcome. So, hey, I did want to talk a little bit about, hi, Lori, how are you? So, hey, Jeffrey, how are you? It's good to see you. How's Canada these days? So hopefully you're not having the heat wave that we're having today. So, or this weekend, but hot here. So it's going to be a pool weekend or the beach weekend or something of like that. So, but it's going to hopefully be a nice weekend. So, hey, I did want to reiterate. So I kind of want to just kind of go back to where I came from. I thought it'd be good because I do have some new folks here. I wanted to kind of discuss some of that stuff. I wanted to show some pictures. I did it on my last live as well. So I am going to try to do these lives every Thursday at 5 o'clock because that's convenient for me. I get out of work at 4. I live on the West Coast, so I get out of work at 4, which is 7 o'clock if you're on the East Coast. So it gives me time to get home, kind of get changed, get comfortable, kind of relax, and just kind of chill out for a few minutes and get everything all set up. So I am going to try to stand up because of the fact I'm a person that likes to move my hands around. I like to move around and talk. So I thought it would be better to stand up. It kind of, when I'm sitting down, I find myself kind of not knowing what to do with myself. So when I'm standing up, it's I can move around a little bit and I feel more comfortable that way, I guess. So that's what I'm going to do. Also hopefully makes me feel more animated and stuff like that. So, but anyway, so I wanted to go back. I wanted to kind of briefly go back and talk a little bit about where I came from. So I started doing my health journey back in October of 2017. I went to the doctors. The doctor had told me that I was extremely overweight. I wouldn't say extremely weight, but I was overweight, out of shape, and I needed to change. He said that I was pre-diabetic, type 2 diabetic. Hey, busy mama, how are you? And that I needed to really change my lifestyle, or I was in for some real big health issues. So I had decided at that point in time that I was going to take some matters in my own hand. Believe it or not, I know everybody talks about it, that the doctor told me you should start doing keto. So that was what my doctor told me. That was back in 2017. It was not a popular choice to do. So can I make a Filipino keto meal? Have I made a Filipino? Yeah, I have. I can do that. I can make pancit for you, Filipino keto pancit for you. It's a little different than I guess what you would call pancit, but the noodles would be different. That's about the basic thing. So adobo, yeah, we make adobo. We make chicken adobo. Manganisa. My wife is reminding me of all the things that we've made. So, I use. Yeah, we made meatloaf, embatito. So embatito, embatito. So, both Tito. She's laughing. So. Embadito. Do. The embadito. All right. I'm gonna give up on that one. No wild rice. No. Hate to say it, Christy. No wild rice. No organic rice. I will tell you, if you're eating rice, there is a theory out there about drinking apple cider vinegar before you eat the rice, and it nullifies the sugar spike that you get. So if you drink some apple cider vinegar before you eat your rice or dinner, it nullifies the sugar spike so therefore it doesn't affect you as much. Now I can't say it's true or not. I actually watched someone on TV, actually on YouTube, do it, and they actually tried it and did some experiments with it, and they were wearing a continuous glucose monitor that shows sugar spikes, and it did go up, but nowhere near as much as he did when he didn't take the apple cider vinegar. So, but it has to be what they call with the mother or something like that. But and so you may want to try that if you're trying to lose weight and see how that helps you or not helps you or whatever. So I don't know. What can I say? There is no replacement for rice. You can use cauliflower or whatever, cauliflower rice or whatever, but it's not the same. I'm not going to lie to anybody about that. So. Huh? Yeah, cauliflower fried rice. So that will be one of the things we will be making here in the very near future. So, but yeah, it's really easy to make. It's really, really good to make. So, but anyway, that kind of gets me off the subject a little bit, but that's okay. But it is what is the meaning, kuya? says Christy. So I will tell you, so on the, if you do take apple cider vinegar, take a teaspoon of it and put it in an 8-ounce glass of water. Don't take any more than that. And don't drink it more than once or twice a day. So that means you limit your rice to once a day. Cauliflower is good. I found that cauliflower rice, if I mix it with stuff and sauce and seasoning, because it absorbs the flavor of whatever I mix it with, it actually tastes pretty good. Cauliflower rice by itself, like you take rice and if you eat it by itself, it tastes good. But if you take cauliflower rice and eat it, it doesn't taste good to me anyway. So, but if I put, like I made that teriyaki chicken, if I put that teriyaki chicken and that teriyaki juice soaks into the cauliflower rice, then it tastes really good. So, how do you cook cauliflower rice? It's really, really simple. You can either do it a couple different ways. You can just boil it like you would a piece of cauliflower. That would probably be the simplest way. You can fry it up in a frying pan with some oil. Just make sure it's like a lot of butter or some kind of avocado oil or some kind of good oil. So, how much weight have I lost? So let's go back to that. So I want to go back to that, Lori. So I'm going to show, this is a picture of my wife and I back in 2017. So this was me back in 2017. This is what I look like. My wife and I had gone to Las Vegas. Hey, Athena from Seattle Sapphire, Low Carb World is here. How are you? So this was what I looked like back in 2016, 2017. We went to Vegas. This was what I looked like then. Look a lot different. I think I look a lot different today than I did then. I was about 240 pounds back in those days. Again, like I said, I went to the doctor and thank you, Christy. So Christy just said my wife is very pretty. So I absolutely agree. She is very beautiful. So and you are. So that's what I look like. And I'll show you some other pictures of me. So I was 240 pounds. Like I said, I had gone back to the doctors. The doctor, I was pretty good about going for my physicals and stuff. And the doctor had just told me that, at this point in time, if you don't do something, I'm going to start subscribing. I'm going to prescribe you some type 2 diabetic. I'm going to start subscribing you some high blood pressure medication. We're going to do something with your cholesterol, so on and so forth, and a plethora of medications that I would start taking probably for the rest of my life. And my mother had diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and I have some other family members that have had it as well. I didn't want to go through what they went through. And he had said, I've told you time and time again, he says, why don't you do keto? You'll find that it's probably more suitable for your lifestyle and easier for you to do. So he's a big Mediterranean guy. He would have preferred that I do a Mediterranean type of lifestyle. So what's Jeffrey saying now? So Athena wanted to just say hi. She has to go cook for her mother-in-law. So hopefully everything is good, Athena. Hopefully your mother-in-law is doing okay. Hopefully she's not getting worse. Hopefully she's at least stabilizing and she's eating again and she's getting better, a little bit better about it. So I still want to get together with you at some point in time, hopefully in the near future, because I know you're here in California. You're not there that far from us. So we'll have to get together sometime. But anyway, so the doctor had said that. And so I started doing keto at that point in time. All right. So Jeffrey said he used to have, and then I am sure that he is glad also. So, all right. So this was kind of what I look like. This was kind of the lifestyle I was living. You would have seen me back then. I was pretty slow, pretty lethargic, had a pretty good belly on me. So was not in the best of shape. I said, I was one of those folks that I don't have a ton of pictures of myself because I was the one that always volunteered to take the pictures because I didn't want to be in them. And if I was taking the pictures, I wouldn't have to be in them. So we do go back, and occasionally we'll find one from somebody's post, or we'll find one from way back when. There was some pictures back in the day, and maybe I'll post them back in the day when my wife and I started dating when we were both in Taiwan. That kind of look at me now, and I actually had a big bushy mustache and stuff of that nature as well. So it's kind of weird looking back at those days, but anyway, it was fun. It was good. So anyway, so I did lose. I went from about 240 pounds. I went down to about 190 pounds. It took me about 6 months to do it. It didn't take me that long to do it. And then I maintained that weight, and I maintained it from probably 2018 all the way to 2021. And then when I went for my physical last year, the doctor was complimenting me on how good I was doing, and how much weight I've lost, and and he was just complimenting. And he said, you've done such a great job. He says, I'd like you to get down to 180 pounds. So you think you could lose another 10 pounds? And I said, sure. So I did that last year. And actually last summer, I did protein sparing modifying fast, just to it was something different. I wanted to do that little carb confusion on my body. So I did the protein sparing modifying thing, and it worked really well for me. I don't have the chart up here, but actually I probably do. So I'll show you this is how well the protein sparing modifying fast did for me. Let me share my screen. I'm going to have to go find the file. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up. It's an Excel spreadsheet, and I do track a lot of the data over time, and I'll share some of that information with you. I'm going to pull this up. So this was. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Hold on, I'm having my difficulties. So, all right, let's go do this. So, so this was the weight. Let me pull it up, see if I can share it. There, let me see. All right, so that was last summer. That was me when I did my protein sparing modifying fast. So that was me getting down to the 180 pound mark. So I was pretty vigilant about it. Yeah, so I got some good experience about doing what they call protein sparing modifying fast. So what they call a protein PSMF. So that's really where 3 days a week I was eating 10 total carbs or less. So it was a good experience for me. It was a good way for me to learn a lot about protein sparing modifying fast. It got me so that we make the protein sparing modifying fast bread every week, and we still do it to this day. And it's really just egg whites with a little bit of other stuff in it. So there's no wheat gluten or anything else in it. So it's really, really good. So thank you, Maureen. I really, really appreciate that. I think I look a lot different too. So I know my wife thinks I look a lot different. Hey, here's Michelle from Life Adventures in Keto. How are you, Michelle? Welcome. So this was a chart. So just to and I started really tracking a lot of this stuff last year, just because I wanted to, and I do track like my steps, and I track my weight, and I have been doing that for a long time, and now I'm at that 180 mark, and I'm trying to do more of a maintenance mode, so I'm kind of kicking into more of that maintenance mode as well. So that's kind of where I'm at today. So it's kind of been a good experience. It has, as far as I'm concerned, it has saved my life. Because today I would be taking medication. I probably wouldn't feel well. I'd probably be struggling every day to get up and move around and to do little things. And now I'm active. I'm walking every day. I probably walk 12 to 15,000 steps a day, working out a couple times a week. And, so it just has really kept me going. I'm not a young guy anymore. Hey, Sheena, how are you? So hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. So if I missed you, I'm really, really sorry. So I'm talking and I'm not looking at the chat and what people are saying. So I'm sorry about that. So, all right. And Christy's going over to do a live stream over on her channel as well. So if you haven't gone over and checked out Christy's channel, go over there and check out her live stream and her channel. If you're a creator and you're looking to grow your channel, she's a great place to go and hang out and meet people. So, hey, Raya, how are you? So great video today, Reza. So really, really can't wait to see how that whole VA thing works out for you. So really, really good stuff. So so Christy's kind of jabbing. I'm reading the comments. I'm sorry. So so that's kind of where we're at. So that's kind of my story. And kind of where I came from and where I'm going. So I did want to talk a little bit briefly about, and I'm not going to harp on it because it's not a big deal, but I do have a membership. So if you're interested in joining, there's some perks with it as well. So if you would like to get some of the perks, go on there. There's a button down there that says join, but when you click that button, all it does, it just takes you to a short video. And then it tells you some of the benefits, and then it'll ask you if you want to join. It doesn't make you join. So, go down there and check it out. It's something that you're interested in. It helps support the channel, helps support some of the other things that we do here. So, it's just a good way of getting in. There's some other stuff. Generally, my videos, like I have 3 videos, I think right now that are out there that are not released to the public, but you could see and watch them early if you wanted to. As well as there's opportunity to do some one-on-one conversations and some advice and some support and some other things, sharing videos, shout outs and stuff like that. Like I would give a big shout out to one of my fellow keto folks. And of course that's Misty, right? So, so my pal, your pal Misty. So she's a really good friend. She's been on this channel twice now. She comments all the time on the videos. She's really involved with the videos. She's been a really good friend. And I think not just to me, for everybody. She has a Discord that she talks to everybody on a daily basis and stuff of that nature. So, so if you get a chance, go over there and check out Misty's channel. It's Your Pals Misty. And as well, so she would love to have you go over and show her some love. Tell her that you're stopping by over from my channel and just let her know that you're over there. So she's trying to grow it. She's been on it for a long time and doing it. She has lost over 135 pounds. Now she's gone from I think 330 pounds, and now she's down in that 192. This is a little older picture. She's down like a 192 now. So she's almost at 140 pound mark that she's lost. So so she's really, really done well. So, but anyway, so I just kind of want to just wanted to mention that. So just, no harping on it or anything else. It's just thought I'd offer it. Just kind of, it does help the channel a little bit because I'll tell you, cooking and preparing food and stuff of that nature, because for the video, you see there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes that you don't see. And I give credit a lot of people that I see, like I would say, like Indigo Nelly. She does really, really intricate experiments with food, and she must have spent a ton of time and energy and money all of the ingredients and all that stuff to do all that stuff, because I know we do the same thing when we're playing around with it and trying new things and different things. A good example of that would be, if you haven't seen the video of mine of the egg life wraps, of me making the egg life wraps. It's just the attempt that took us about like 8 tries to get one that we kind of liked, and that was only the ones that we tried. We had tried a bunch before. We used egg white powder. We used just egg whites. We did all kinds of different stuff and cooked them in the frying pan, cooked them in the microwave, cooked them. We did a bunch of plethora of experiments, and all that stuff just takes, it's a lot of, egg whites aren't cheap anymore and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to get off my horse because that's not why we're here. So, but I am here to help you in any way that you can. So I do have an email down below. So if there's anything I can do to help you, you let me know. I'm here to help you. That's why I started this channel. And actually in 2020, kind of my wife and I were kind of goofing around, and my wife was the one that kind of had said to me, you're doing so well on this that you should start a keto channel and you should start telling people and talk to people about it. So she was the one that inspired me and got me to do this. And it was really, we had talked about, because we have other people that are doing it. I actually have, my daughter has been doing it. She's down about 95 pounds now. So she's looking really, really good. So, and then my cousin, he's a little bit older than me. He's a couple of years older than me. And he's kind of in the same situation where his doctor told him he needed to lose weight. So we've been talking. He's down about 60 pounds. So really, really good. Hey, Blessed Michelle, how are you? But yeah, it's just that's what we're here for. Is we're here to help each other, support each other, and let's be successful together. And that's what it's all about. Really, really, that's what it's all about. So, but I just wanted to mention that. So, I hit my 12,000 steps by moving around, right? So I haven't seen it. So let's talk a little bit about my weight for this month. So again, I'm more in a maintenance mode. So I know you guys have seen this before. So this is a better way of showing it, I think, than the way I showed it last time. So my weight this week was, I actually weighed in today. I was 181.8. So I was down 0.2 of a pound from where I was last week. So that's good. That's where I want to be. I want to be right around that 180 mark. In this chart, you'll see the red line is 180. And then I want to be plus or minus 5 pounds. So you're not going to be the same every day. I weigh myself once a week, only once a week. Hey, seventh son, how are you? So I weigh myself once a week. And then, I go off of that, and I do it every Friday because, does anybody know why I do weigh-ins on Fridays? Because statistically, that's the day that you weigh the least amount during the week. So that's the day I'm going to weigh myself, right? So that's what I've been doing. Because of these live streams, I may start weighing myself on Thursdays instead of Fridays. So if I weigh myself tomorrow morning and my weight's different, which it will be, I will change this chart and I will update it based on the actual weight on every Friday. It gives me a chance just to weigh once a week and then kind of reflect back on the week and what did I do right and what did I do wrong. And this week, actually, I didn't put it in here, but I do track every day, almost every day. I can't say every day. This Saturday, we went out and we did some other stuff. We ran a bunch of errands. We actually went to Jolly Bees and had dinner at Jolly Bees restaurant over here in Panorama City. And then we went to Seafood City and did some other stuff. So I didn't track that day because we were out and moving around, which I should have probably still tracked, but I didn't. But it was good. We had a lot of fun. It was a nice, cool day, so it wasn't really hot like it is right now. But it's good. So that's my weight. That's how I've been doing. Like I said, I'm more in the maintenance mode. I have been watching it. So if you're losing weight, and everything else. For me, one of my biggest concerns, because I've lost the weight. I can't tell you how many times I've lost the weight, got into shape, and then a year later, I'm right back to where I started from. This is the first time that I have been able to lose the weight, keep it off, and maintain it. And it has been almost 5 years now, 4 years and 10 months. So in October, we have a big October coming up just because of the fact it's wedding anniversary, birthdays, and it will be my 5-year anniversary for starting doing keto. So kind of cool things. I think anyway, they're kind of cool things. So this has been the first thing that has really worked well for me. So like I said, it got me to lose the weight. When I lost the weight, it allowed me to get more active. And when I got more active, it allows me to do more exercising and working out and different things as well. So really, really good stuff. So, So how is everybody else doing? How are you doing? Are you doing a weight loss journey of any kind, any shape, form? And I'm a big believer because I have a daughter. I have 2 daughters. One's doing Weight Watchers and the other one's doing keto. So, I think it really, it really has to be something sustainable for you, and it's whatever lifestyle works for you is what you need to find out. And this has been really, really good for me. So again, I enjoy the food. We actually have a really nice tri-tip in the sous vide cooker. We're going to cook that for 3 hours. It's done at 7 o'clock. Then we're going to throw it on the grill for a couple of minutes on each side to brown it. And that's going to be dinner tonight with that and some broccoli. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? At least for me, anyway. I could eat that all the time like that. Barbecues and I'm a meat person, so I like a lot of meat. But I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat more vegetables now than I probably did before, just because I eat vegetables about every night with a protein and some kind of vegetables. Yeah. So Jeffrey's going. I'm gonna start. I'll pop up some of these here. So we'll remove that. So he's talking about the sous vide. So I'd be interesting. So how many people have ever cooked with a sous vide, or have you ever tried something meat or vegetable or fish that's been cooked in a sous vide? I'd be really interested in finding that out because I was pretty intrigued because I'd never used one before and never even heard of it until I started watching. I saw a bunch of people cooking with it, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting." So we're still playing around with it. We're still new to us. So it's kind of like I say, today it's hot, so it's warmer. So we don't want to heat the house up. We'd rather kind of keep it cool out. So it's really a good way of doing it. So Jeff said he just did a tomahawk steak like that. So I would love to try that. So we actually bought some. We actually got some ribeyes yesterday on sale. It was such a great deal. So. And Lori's talking about love the sous vide. Made a chicken tonight in the sous vide, and it was perfect. So we made some chicken breasts a little while ago with ours, and I thought it came out really great. I was really, really happy with it. That's the first time we've been playing around with a teriyaki recipe, and we used it in that, and it came out marvelous. It came out so good. So yeah. So Michelle's saying she weighs in tomorrow and gets back into it. So. Good luck, Michelle. If I can support you in any way, don't be afraid to contact me. Through IG, through Instagram, or through email. You let me know if I can support you in any way. So that's what it's all about, helping each other. So, all right. So yeah, we haven't done a pork chop. We've only used it. This will be the 3rd time we've used it. We did a roast in it, and I cooked it. I looked up online. It said to cook it at 138 degrees or something like that for 16 hours. So we did that, And it came out nice and tender, but it was a little more done than I would have liked to. I would have liked it a little more red in the middle. Um, so I think that we should have cooked it at like 130 or 129 degrees. And then I think it would have been a little more pink in the middle. Um, so it would have been good. So, but we're learning. The chicken came out fantastic that we did. We did that for like 2 hours. I'm not sure, Lori, how long you cook your chicken for, but we did the chicken breast and we did it for 2 hours and they came out fantastic. They were really, really good. So I think the only thing is we didn't toast them at the end. We didn't throw them on the grill for a minute or so on each side. And I think we should have done that just to kind of give them that barbecue flavor. But we cooked them in a teriyaki sauce and it just came out really good. They had absorbed the flavor and they tasted so good and they were so tender. Um, you know, but pork chops sound nice. I like pork chops. But I'm still learning. So she's doing. So she does the pork at 120 for 3 hours, and it's amazing. Huh. All right. They have pork chops on sale, so that's something that sounds like we may have to try that. So I'm always looking. So I'm always learning. I'll tell you, so I cook, and I've learned to cook just because I've had to learn to cook to survive doing keto and low carb and stuff of that nature. But I really like to learn more, and I learn more from my wife and from you guys on the channel and giving me advice or giving me tips and tricks and stuff of that nature than I'll ever learn on my own. So I really appreciate it. So if you have stuff, suggestions, ideas, let me know as well. So we're always looking for cool stuff to cook and to make and stuff of that nature and try. So we do. So we do try to make some Filipino food as well, like Christy was asking about earlier. We've made what was it, edamame, the rolls? No, the roll.
Longanisa.
What was it?
Longanisa.
Longanisa, pendasal. What was it? Pendasal. So and we made some other things we've tried, and they came out really good. And I'm a big fan of ube. So if you never tried ube flavored foods, we've made ube ice cream. We've made some other things in ube. I'm a big fan of it. So of course you can't use ube, so we use the flavoring, right? So the extract or one of those. So, but I'm a big fan. So, what I'd be interested in what your favorite foods are and what you like to cook and what do you eat on your daily basis and all that stuff. Yeah, it depends on the thickness. I guess you're right, Jeff. So again, like I said, I'm kind of learning more about using the sous vide and stuff like that. We've used it 3 or 4 times now, I think. So, and again, there's just the 2 of us, but it's really easy to throw it in there. It's probably the easiest way to cook food, I think, right now. It's just you put it in a bag and suck all the air out of it, and I put some seasoning on it and I throw it in the water and turn the sous vide cooker on, and 3 or 4 hours later it's ready to go. Right? You want me to send you some pentasol? Sure. Let me know. Do you want ube or do you want just the plain? So let me know what flavor you'd like. So we did it both ways. We did it with a variety of different cheeses inside of it too. We actually made some with cream cheese. We did some with a cheddar cheese. So we did it a couple different ways as well. So pretty amazing. It came out really good. So it was really good. So, but the other thing too, I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on with September, or how did so you saw a little bit of the results on how I did in August. So and it's more about not just the weight too as well, but being active. And I didn't. You know what I didn't do? I didn't show, and I didn't send myself home the spreadsheet. So how did I do for steps for the month? So I did. I didn't send that, so I'm sorry about that. I would show you that if I could, but so I did about 390,000 steps for the month of for the month of August. So that was pretty good. Now I got to tell you, because I do a Fitbit, and we do a work week hustle challenge. So if you're interested in joining the work week hustle challenge and you have a Fitbit, send me an email down below. And Michelle's actually participating in some of the work week hustles from Life Adventures and Keto, and Misty is as well. So if you're interested in doing that and joining us, let me know. And we do it, and it's just a small group. Generally, I have a couple people that are from work that join it, and some others. It would be great to get a bunch of folks from the channel, and a bunch of folks that are keto related and or low carb, health conscious folks that are involved with it as well. It would be kind of cool. So if you're interested in, comment down below, and let me know, or send me an email. I should say, send me an email, and then I can ask you to join the groups, the work week hustle. It's a good way, and it's only Monday through Friday. So for me, it works out well, just because of the fact, and the weekends kind of, we're off doing things with the family and stuff of that nature. So the work week is, you're working, so you can you get into the routine every day. So it's easier to get into a routine, to me anyway, when you're doing it every day. You're going to bed at the same time, you're getting up every day, you're going to work at the same time, coming home basically at the same time. You eat dinner, then you go for a walk, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of easier to do that. So, and hopefully it helps keep you motivated. I know sometimes we get some folks, some of the groups will get a little, because you can kind of taunt each other a little bit, which is kind of fun. I mean, we don't do it intentionally to hurt anybody or shame anybody. It's more just to try to help, to encourage each other to get up and get moving, get out, get walking. So that's pretty good. The only thing that I still need to work on. So I have been, and I did, and I don't have any here with me. I should have brought them down with me. So I have been taking some VICI sleeping patches, and I've been using them. I've been tracking those for a month now, and I've tracked all the data. And if you don't know, this Fitbit, the way they track it on sleep, the amount of the time, hours of sleep, the different the different levels of sleep, whether you're in a deep sleep, light sleep, REM, or whatever they call it. There's like 4 or 5 different levels of it. How much you're moving around at night, how much you get up and down. And there's a bunch of different factors. It measures your oxygen level. It measures a bunch of different stuff, and heart rate and all that good stuff. And out of that, they give you a score. And so my score has not, I'm not going to say it's terrible, but it hasn't been the best. So I'm somewhere right around the upper 70s, low 80s. And my problem is that I sleep at night and I go to bed and I sleep. Boy, I go in and I can lay down and I can fall asleep pretty fast. But the problem is I get up about 4 or 5 in the morning, and then I have a hard time going back to sleep. So I get half the sleep. So I get 5 hours sleep, and then I'm awake for an hour before I fall back asleep. So I've been working on that, and that's why I've been doing this stuff. I did a month of, excuse me. Oh man, excuse me. I did a month of the Perfect Keto's Beauty and Sleep Collagen. That made no difference whatsoever in my sleep, according to the numbers. And I'm going by the numbers, right? So, and then I did then I did this VICI patches, and they do help me fall asleep, but they don't keep me asleep. And my problem is, maybe I should, when I get up to go to the bathroom, I should put one on or something, and that's when I'll fall asleep. I don't know, but they don't seem to help me a whole lot. So I'm still looking to figure out what I need to do different. Maybe I need to do meditation or yoga or something. So Risa, I know that you're going through that, a little bit of that right now as well. You just did a sleep study, you had said. So it'd be interesting to see what you find out and what you think anyway. So that's just one of my problem areas. I know the 2 crazy ketos were talking about it the other day. So it's just one of those areas. And, it is what it is. So, right. Um, let's see. I also have I don't know whether you can see this very good. So this is the calendar for the month that I have. So this is a calendar that I'm going to follow. Um, and this basically just says that, I'm going to do keto. I'm going to track my food, at least Sunday through Fridays, and Saturdays. Kind of Saturdays is going to be a little looser. Again, I'm in the maintenance mode, so I can allow myself to probably go over. But when I go over, I'm still eating keto foods. I'm not just out there eating a bunch of garbage. So like, to me, a treat is, I ate some Rebel ice cream, right? Or I ate some keto chow ice cream or something like that. That's the treat to me. That's going to push me over probably on my daily carbs. So I do total carbs, and that's the way I track it. And that's the way, if you watch a bunch of the folks that tell you, that's the way to do it, is by doing 20 total carbs or less. So those are kind of the numbers I've been going by. That's the numbers I go for and stick for. So, but I'm not hard fast, because I'm in it. Like I said, I'm in the maintenance mode, so I do allow myself to indulge occasionally. So, so no, life's not perfect, right? So, but I don't know, but it all works out good stuff. Again, I know Michelle's been on the channel before, as well as Misty. I would love to find some other folks that would just like to do some collaborations and either come on my channel, or I'd love to come on your channel, and do some discussions and have some debates, or just interview. Right, so it would be cool to do that. So I would like to do more of that stuff, rather than me just getting up here talking at a camera. It's actually nicer to have some banter going on, and that kind of stuff as well. So, thinking next week, that probably next Thursday, I'm going to do a cooking. So, I'm probably going to be cooking something while we're going to do the live. So I thought that would be kind of cool to do that. Those seem to be pretty good to do. So it'll be some simple recipe that I haven't done in a while. My wife is nice enough. She's actually trying to help me organize some of my recipes. I got them all over the place. I got like 4 books of recipes that are just like, all over the place. So she's trying to organize them for me and help me go through them. And we're trying to get everything, so we're better. So it's easier just to go out and pick a recipe out and say, hey, let's cook this. And, it's a hot weekend, so let's make a cheesecake this weekend, and make a keto cheesecake, or, a no bake one, or let's make a shake this weekend, a smoothie or something, or something of that nature. If you have something that's like a non-bake or non-cooked stuff that you think is pretty cool and you wouldn't mind seeing a video on, let me know down in the description down below. As well as if you'd like to do some kind of collaboration, if you're a creator or something of that nature, if you'd like to do a collaboration, let me know. I think that would be pretty cool to do. If you'd like to join the Fitbit challenges, it's another thing that we do. So in this here, and I know that you can't see it, I wish I had zoomed in on it. Actually, I think if I share my screen, I may be able to get a better picture of it, so you can kind of see what it looks like. Hold on a second. Let me open it up in another tab. I can zoom in on it. Here. All right, let's see if that. I don't know if you can see that better or not. So you'll see that it's broken out by the day of the week, Monday, Thursday. And you'll see most of the days, and then they'll tell you also what I'm going to do for fitness activities, whether I'm going, doing a workout, a walk, taking a long walk, exercising, that kind of activity as well. So if you think a calendar like this could help you, well, let me know and I can mail it to you. I also have some of these because I did it back when I was doing the protein sparing modifying fast last year. So if you're interested in looking at that schedule and looking at what I was doing back then and the success that I had, let me know, and I can mail you the calendar from last year as well when I was doing that. And then what I was following, if that you think that would help you. So it'd really be cool. I'd really appreciate it. So this month I am going to try to do that 12,000 steps at least 5 days a week. I am going to try to do the cardio. I'm going to try to do cardio 3 times a week, at least 15 minutes to a half hour, 3 times a week. I will continue to do some of the push-ups and sit-ups and things of that nature as well. That keeps me moving. I do need to work on my flexibility, so I need to do a lot more stretching and working on that as well. So those are a couple of things I need to work on. Balance is another thing as you get older. That's one of the things that my doctor tests me for, is he tests me for balance and whether you can stand on one leg. And I don't know if you ever heard of the old man, what do they call it? The old man test. And that is whether you can put your socks and shoes on while you're standing on one foot and not leaning on touching a wall or anything else. So if you can do that, then you're good. If you can't do that, then they consider you an old man and you need to work on your balance, right? So, and that's one of the things that people start falling as they get older. And so, but anyway, so that's one of the things I'm working on. I'm trying to think. I'm also looking at, because I got some things written on the side over here, not to forget. So those are some of the cool things that are going on. I think they're cool things that are going on. So, but if any of those things are interest you or anything else, let me know. So, So tell me what's going on in your lives. What are you guys doing for the month of September? What kind of activities are you doing? So what are you doing for the month of September? What are the big things going on in your life in September? I know this is a big holiday weekend. You're doing cookouts or anything else? Are you going to stay keto on the holiday weekend, or are you going to kind of veer off a little bit and then get back to it on Monday or Tuesday? What do you think? What are you guys going to do for the holiday weekend? So, I know I'm going to enjoy myself, but I'm going to try to stay keto as much as I can, and I may participate and do some other things, but that's it. So, so that's kind of where we are. Just a couple of other things too. If you're interested in, they're having 15% off merchandise this weekend from the company that does the merchandise stuff. I do have the 10% off keto chow down in the description if you're interested in any of the keto chow stuff. I use it on a weekly basis. I use it every day for the daily minerals and the electrolytes, good stuff. Plus I use the keto chow, the shakes and stuff, and ice cream. I use those a couple times a week, I would say. I make the ice cream pretty regularly. Then I freeze a bunch of it. I make a big batch of it, and then I'll freeze it, and then we'll eat it throughout the next couple of weeks. So, right. So those are pretty cool things that are happening as well. So what else do you guys got going on? You guys are pretty quiet in the chat in here. So, hey, Triple Threat Firearm, how are you? Hopefully you're having a great day. Great day. Oh boy. Hey, LMZ Fitness, how are you doing? I'm doing great. So really, really amazing. So Drunken Chef, how are you? So it's the last chance cook-off collaboration for the holidays. We'll drink and point, and then video here and there and with my daughter, and that sounds like a lot of fun. So so he's going to get out and he's going to celebrate a little bit. He's going to have a good time and make videos while he's having a good time, right? So I don't blame him. So yeah, we're going to try to get out a little bit. So So we're eating dinner. Yeah, so we're gonna eat dinner here shortly too. We have the sous vide going. Like I said, um, we have the tri-tip coming out in a little bit. So of course I'm on the West Coast, so it's early for me. No, it's only 6 o'clock here, not quite 6 o'clock. So, but yeah, we're getting there. So, but yeah, so I'm looking forward. Like I said, we took Friday off, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna go out tomorrow. We're actually gonna go to a concert on Saturday night. So we're gonna do that. We're actually gonna go up to the Santa Barbara Bowl. We've never been. We've been to, we've been to a lot of the other musical places around here, musical theaters around here, but we haven't been there yet. We've been to the Greek Theater and Hollywood Bowl and a bunch of other ones, but never been to the Santa Barbara Bowl. So we thought we'd take a ride up there and check that out and stuff. So. Yeah. So what's my favorite music? So I guess I'm more of an oldies, but we're actually gonna go see the Goo Goo Dolls. So right, so that's what we're gonna go see. I like their music. It's kind of a flashback from from the '90s, early 2000s genre, right? So they had a couple of really big hits back in those days. So that's what we're gonna go see. We actually have gone. Who did we go see this year? We've seen several different concerts this year. Went and saw Maroon 5. So we did see them, and they're always good. We actually got to sit when we saw Maroon 5. We were down in. I said it's really weird, but the cheap tickets to go see him were in the mosh pit. So we got cheap tickets and we're sitting right in the mosh pit. So we were literally probably 10 or 15 feet away from Adam and the band and stuff. So it was pretty awesome. So yeah, we've seen several concerts like that, but yeah, yeah, yeah. So again, I'm not a young guy anymore, so I like some of the older bands and stuff of that nature too. So um, we actually have the Ventura Fair here. We actually had a little while ago, and they had a couple of really good bands that show up there too as well. So um, yeah, we've gotten to see Styx there, which is an older band that's probably my generation, right? So, or actually probably even maybe a little before my generation. Styx, and they're always great. We've seen a lot of really, really good bands there. So, uh, yeah. So, but yeah, it's that's one good thing about living in this area. There's a lot of shows and a lot of concerts and a lot of free concerts as well. Believe it or not, a lot of cover bands. There's a ton of cover bands. You could go to a different show every night here. So if you wanted to see a cover band, but yeah, so we have fun. Hopefully you guys, like I said, this weekend there's a couple of concerts going around. There actually is a Aloha Fest going on here and a surfing competition as well. That's going on here, right down the street here, a ways, and then. The Hawaii Mimosas Festival is going on this weekend as well, and so so it's kind of cool. I'm not sure who's playing at the Aloha Festival, but that's on Saturday and Sunday. So it's kind of cool. Go down and watch the guys surfing and stuff of that nature. And generally, they'll be giving away. They'll have drawings. You can buy tickets for drawings if you want to win a surfboard and stuff. And so, but it's kind of cool. The weather is probably going to be warmer than I would like, so it's going to be tough to get out during the day and walk because it's going to be hot here. So, which is pretty unusual for us, but it is what it is. Hopefully that California doesn't have too many fires and everything. It turns out okay this weekend. So, but anyway, hey, so we're at the hour mark anyway. So I think we're going to go. I'm going to start getting dinner ready here. And get that all done and get closed up. So hopefully you guys are going to have an awesome weekend. Let me know. I do have a video coming out tomorrow. Hopefully you'll check that video out when it comes out. I had a really, really great video. Yeah, I think it was a great video where we made chicken kebabs and stuff of that nature. And that was really, really good. So, yeah. So again, you know, if you guys want to join one of those work week hustles, you can get a hold of me. You can get a hold of probably, I know Michelle does them as well. So, so get out there, get moving, get motivated, eat right, exercise right, and, live a good, healthy life. So that's what it's all about. So, but anyway, I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go get the stuff for dinner ready. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming and spending an hour with me. I really, really, truly appreciate it. Thank you, everybody from the bottom of my heart. So you guys have a great day. Have a great night. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you in the next video. All right.